have a message for the RSG listeners.
Yeah. Donate to Finn so he can wear a silver wig with sparkles and rhinestones, and he can play cowboy cats, and he can dress up his porks. Thank you.
And good afternoon. Welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J, 1999. Glad to have you all here. The voice you hear was the lovely Kyrie. That's Dana's daughter. And Finn, she did it again. She got you again, Finn. That is the cutest thing I've ever heard, Finn.
I know. But now she's directing it towards the RSG viewers. Hooray!
I know. Hooray! You guys are host.
So, if you don't know what she is referring to, RSG is raising money for the American Cancer Society. We are actually working with them, and it is a great thing. And in April, we will be running a half marathon at Disney in the Run Disney Rival Star Wars Weekend event. And as part of that, we are doing our fundraiser, and we've been fundraising now since basically the beginning of November, I think, right? That's when we finished our GoFundMe in order to make sure we had our travel and everything set up. And so we've been setting up a lot of that. We have the links in the description to our Tiltify page where you guys can get a lot of different things. We also have our website, realityskevedgamers.com, where you guys can go and get more information too. But one of the things we have on Tiltify is based on Kyrie, Dana's daughter's, request that I dye my hair, but she knows I won't dye my hair, so she was okay with me wearing a wig. So wearing a wig and putting glitter and rhinestones in it. And what I decided to do was I put up a challenge on Tiltify. Now that link is the first link in the description of the video. So it's actually separated from the rest of the links. And with that, you can go and donate to the challenge where I will wear not only the wig with glitter and rhinestones, but I will wear it to the dinner we have with the American Cancer Society currently scheduled on Friday night. So my first appearance, if that challenge gets filled, when I go see the people at ACS, after I've been talking with them on the phone and we had one of them on the stream and all of that, it's going to be me with a wig with glitter and rhinestones. That's going to be awful. I'm sure everybody else here is going to have a great big laugh. McVenum's probably going to take 100 billion pictures. And yeah, so... yeah.
You have done that yourself,
to mention one thing, though, to also donate, so you have to Zeta Rose Tico.
Well, so that's a different thing. So that's a different challenge entirely. So there's another challenge where I have a Zeta up, and you can donate to the challenge. The challenge is already filled for that, and now we're up to the poll where you guys can vote. But that's a separate thing. Kyrie doesn't care about Rose Tico. She only cares about...
I mean...
And for the record... Kyrie is so adorable.
It's not right. It's really not. It's oh God.
That kid.
Too cute. Hey everybody, welcome to the RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J, 1999. Glad to see you all here. And of course, you've already heard Dr. Finn Woman. You've heard Grim the Mechanic. We've got Grande Patron here. There he is, the one and only French tickler himself, Grande Pappy Patron. He's kind of a big deal, and we're glad to have him here. If you guys are new to the lunch stream and wondering, yeah, that's right. Okay, that's not French. Glad to have you all here. If you're wondering what the hell is this is where we just hang out with you guys for the next hour or so. Bring in some quality entertainment, have some fun. We'll do a Ross review. It's Weird News Monday. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend. We did. We hung out with everybody, played some games. We didn't really stream anything since it was a holiday weekend. Give us a little bit of a break, but we're back better than ever. And so make sure you give us a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe already. We're over 3,800 subscribers. I'm very happy about that. So let's try to get to 4,000. I think that'd be over 4,000. Let's see what we can do.
Sammy Red's here too.
Who?
Sammy Red here. It's here too.
Well, I was going to introduce you when I got to the question part, but since you just want to jump right in, Stanley. Look, everybody.
He thought for a minute he might have gotten lampshaded.
Yeah, I know, he's all nervous. I mean, Lampshade is Lampshade. I will ditch him whenever I can. But Stanley, I was going to bring you up during the when I said we have questions. Mr. Gingivitis himself, Stanley, but you went ahead and just jumped in. So Why don't you just do the show, Saintly? I'll just sit back and chill. Go ahead, Saintly.
The correct response is porg.
No, it's not.
No, Finn, that's wrong.
That's a great segue. We have a guild. 1,000 ways to cook a porg in Dark Lords.
That's
you
right.
need a guild. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to use it for that.
What the hell, Grande? What are you doing trying to piss me off with everything this morning?
It's a good call, Grande. It's a great call.
Grande has basically spent all morning trying to piss me off. And god damn it, Grande, I laugh at your dad jokes because I find them funny, and you're pissing off the last person that's supporting you. I'm just saying.
If you guys mind, I'd like to get through the rest of the mechanisms. You guys can go get a hotel room or something, dealing with Saintly's feelings and Grande and Finn having an emotional spat. I mean, Jesus. But anyway, if you do have questions, we do answer questions after we get through everything. The soulless one, Mr. Gingivitis, Saintly Red, will scoop those up and he will read those out for us. If you haven't already, we have a Patreon page. If you'd like to donate to the Patreon page, become a Patreon sponsor, you can, or we use all the money again back into the stream. We also have YouTube sponsorship for $9.99 a month. You can sponsor us on YouTube. You can also do super chat on the YouTube as well, and you can put any funny little line you want. We always read those out. That's kind of a cool way to have us immediately look and say, oh, so and so said donated this, and so said Grande sucks butt, and we'll read it out loud. All right, that being said, let's get through everything we need to do. We've got a roster review. We do these every day on here, and we are doing Decepticons. I guess Autobots wasn't available, but no, I'm kidding. Decepticons is a longtime viewer. We really appreciate his support, and he is in Xylo's Vendetta. Where's Xylo Takedown when you need him? And what is
trying to take over his baby from your clutches?
I know my apprentice knows who his master is. Dr. Finn, what are we looking to do today?
All right. So he basically starts off by saying his roster is a mess right now, and he doesn't know where or who to focus. So we'll be kind of going through a little bit of everything. He's working right now on getting his Night Sisters to Gear 12. His guild is trying for Heroic Sith Raid, so he's trying to see what tunes he can work on to focus with that. He has a terrible habit of basically not staying on target. He switches around a lot. He has a lot of unfinished tunes, so we'll look at those.
I'm sure we'll see that,
He doesn't know if his mods are any good, so we'll have to take a look at his mods. Said he hasn't been farming gear. He's been concentrating on getting characters to 7-star, and that's probably where you've gone wrong. I don't think that's where you've gone wrong, because we always say farm hard notes. So taking characters to 7 stars is fine. You want to do dual purpose, though, but we'll take a look at that. And then he said he could use some ship's advice as well. So we're basically going through his whole roster, trying to see how we can keep him on a track to get his roster progressing well.
All right, the first thing I'm noticing that his arena team, no. No! What are you doing here? Pasla, Grandmaster Yoda, General Kenobi, me likey, Chewbacca, and OG Han Solo.
So it's an interesting lineup.
It is, but it doesn't work for me.
I've started to see that more. Yeah, he can probably do something better. I've started to see this more. It's particularly an offensive team. It's not going to work well on defense.
No, not
but
at all.
Offensively, and I haven't taken a look at his mods, but it probably is this way, that Yoda is going to have a low health and protection pool, so he gets the loyal friend from Chewbacca. And because of the volume of attacks by Grandmaster Yoda, Chewbacca is constantly attacking in support of Grandmaster Yoda. So that's kind of the basis of the team. So between the initial stun by Han, plus you get Chewie assisting both Han and Grandmaster Yoda, it ends up being a little bit of an offensive team, but it doesn't last on defense. So that would be something we'd have to look at just to see. You were going to say something, Grim?
I heard Grim.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, I fought one of those teams last night, and it's pretty darn annoying how much Yoda and Chewbacca.
Oh yeah, but if you know what to do, it's an easy team to kill.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but it is easy to kill.
I mean, if you don't know what you're doing and you AOE, you deserve to die. I'm just saying, you deserve to get smoked. Smoted did. All right, so arena team. Let's kind of figure this out. So he's got Jedi, or either you're running all Rebels or you're running all Jedi. We're not this mix and match. No. So let's look at his Jedi. I want to look at his Rebels, and then we'll look at his Sith and see where we're at with that. So let's just start going through his roster and seeing what characters.
I'm telling you right now,
Does
he's
not
gonna
have
run Jedi.
Traya.
He doesn't have Traya yet because he's working on heroic Sith. But his Jedi are in very good shape, and right now they're a little bit better than Rebels.
Well, let's look. Let's see what's going on. You know, let's take a look.
He has a Gear 12 Ezra.
I mean, good lord, what are we doing? All right, I'm hitting Jedi. Come on, GG, work with me. Work with me, GG.
So he has most of the Jedi. Where is his?
Bassus.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take
so
here,
the character he is missing
Hermit
is
Yoda.
Hermit Yoda. So he has Bastila, Grandmaster Yoda, General Kenobi, and Ezra. Or you could use Old Ben instead of General Kenobi.
Sure.
So you have all of that. Now what you're missing is a healer. Hermit Yoda works best on that team, but you can get away with Jolee. And your Jolee right now is Gear 8 6-star. He is one that you probably want to just gear up, get him to Gear 11.
His Gear 9 and
put his
10
data
is
on,
easy.
and you have him.
God, is it easy.
Yeah.
8 to 9, you have to get a stun cuff. But when you get him to Gear 9 to 10 and 10 to 11 is easy. My God, I'm about to take mine to 11, and I'm like, really? Wow, that's not bad. I was just a little shocked at how easy his gear is. So, Jolee would be a really good fit for your Jedi team if you're going to run your Jedi team, since we'd have Hermit Yoda. Our recommendation is start doing your Hermit Yoda if you're not farming him already. Decepticons, you better be farming Hermit Yoda, or I'm going to send Finn after you, and it's not going to be nice.
I get a feeling Ranger was wagging his finger at his mic.
I was.
When he was saying that.
How'd you know that? I was actually, both of them. I was doing my impersonation, like, don't you do. All right, let's see here. Filters, let's look at his Rebels. Let's see what we got. What we got in the Rebels. Oh, it is Cyber Monday. I forgot about that. Speaking of Cyber Monday, we have our Amazon Fun Fit wish list, Finn. I forgot all about that.
I haven't added anything to my wish list in a while.
I know. If you guys want, we do have, this was recommended by the fans a long time ago. We've put stuff on there. If you are looking for something, deals or anything on, to get the RSG crew something, we have wish lists for everybody there. I think everybody's listed on there, right?
We never actually filled it out. Grande never actually made one. Neither
Grande's
does
a big deal. He doesn't need anything. Loki owns everything in the world.
We have stuff for myself, McVenom, and Ranger.
Okay, so there's some stuff there. So
yeah,
I mean, it's fun stuff. People request that we put it on there. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I put on there was like stuff people told me to put on there. So I mean, we put the Voltron thing on there because the fans put it on there. I'm like, okay, Jesus, I don't expect anybody to get it, but I'm just saying it's there. It's like $300 for Voltron. It's like, God dang! It's one thing to get the Dash Rendar figure for $10, or the Revan figure that I've got, which I appreciate. But holy God, Voltron's expensive.
I have the giant Porg also, the giant plush Porg. That's like $300 on there too. I don't expect anyone to get it. I just put it there so I can track it.
Yes, the true Revan that is represented in canon is behind me at all times. No, Finn, we don't. How dare you? All right, so for Rebels, his Rebels look really good too. He's got CLS, Chewbacca, Han Solo, Old Ben, R2. I mean, that team right there is really great. It's a great team. You could also, if you gear up, I like this team a little bit better, is CLS, Chewbacca, Han, Baze, and Chirrut. That team is really disgusting because I like to use R2 with Resistance, and I like to use Old Ben and another team worth the Jedi, or I'll go Resistance with him as well. I just like him on there, but Rogue One as a team doesn't really do much other than territory battles, territory wars. But Chirrut and Baze with that combination really makes CLS, Chewbacca, and Han really disgusting. But it's an offensive team. Again, it's not great on defense, unfortunately. So. Be aware of that. But I think the Jedi might be your better route to go, but we've got to get that Hermit Yoda in there. So let's mill on that, folks, here in the crew, and we'll go back to that here in a second. Let's look at a Sith. How is the Sith looking?
They're looking pretty good so far.
It's the lack of Treya, right? Emperor Palpatine lead only goes so far now without Treya.
Yeah.
So I know one of the things he wants us to look at is how to build up his heroic Sith teams, but so we have to get him on the track to get Treya soon with his guild.
Well, I mean, he is.
They're at 127 mil, so they should be getting there
right
fairly
there,
close.
He could possibly do it with Darkside Bastila.
Yeah.
I was just getting ready to say that an EP lead with Bastila is actually really good.
It can't hold its own. It sucks on defense, but offensively, going through Revan teams, it's got its uses. I mean, you're
correct me if I'm wrong though. You need the Zeta on Emperor Palpatine's unique on that one, which isn't super necessary otherwise. But in order to increase the survival, I think you need the Zeta on his unique, and I don't know if I would ask him to spare one right now.
But Vader's great. Palpatine, Sion, all 12s. Nihilus is 11. I'm sure about to be 12. He's got Sith Trooper 7-star, Gear 10. That's really great. You could go with Bastila Shan. So possibility there if he wants to switch out. So you've got 3 viable teams. Maybe missing a piece here and there. You know, the Sith are missing Treya. I'm sure you're farming that. The Jedi are missing Yoda. You got the components, but the gear's missing on some of your rebels for CLS and stuff. So, you know, when you say type of lack of focus, let's focus on one and go with it, you know, and just go all in. You know, if you're going to go Jedi, go Jedi. If you're going to go Rebels, go Rebels. If you're going to go Sith, go Sith. And then invest all your best mods and stuff toward that team. You know, no more mishmash stuff. You pick a theme, stick with it. And you know, even a 5-star Hermit Yoda in that lineup with Bastila is good enough. As long as you have the Zeta on him, he works just fine. The Gear 11 Hermit Yoda will take you far, and you can do a lot of stuff with that. And hopefully you're farming Old Republic, and you can. Let's look at where you're at with your Old Republic, because when Revan comes back around, if you got all the Jedi done, what you do, plug and play, baby. There's Old Republic. He's taking his time.
We got a guy that still runs Thrawn lead and makes it up in the top. We got a guy that still runs JTR and actually makes it up to the top.
It can be done. I mean, it's about
mods.
And
a guy that runs CLS. It becomes about mods. You're exactly right. So,
can I ask a question really quick, Rondé? Those people, are they trying to climb on the Treya teams and stuff, or do they actually hit the Revan teams?
The JTR guy hits the Revan teams. The other guys are kind of stepping stoning it on the Treya teams that are still left.
Okay.
And the JTR now, of course, the JTR guy is running JTR, BB-8, R2, Thrawn, and Nest, or like CLS and Chewie. Right on that team. I mean, so there are some guys that are running these kind of I don't know what else to call it. It's like a hodgepodge cobbled together team, and it works, but they fall to like the 30s or the 40s sometimes, and have to really, you know, book it to get back up there, you know, into the top 10 or 15, and then make it for their payout.
Yeah. Old Republic's coming along fine, so there's no problem there. He's got character 6 or about to be 6 stars plus, so great job there. So Revan, when he comes back around, you'll be more than ready for it, and you're in a great position. All right, we want to look at his teams for the Heroic Sith raid, so let's just go with Resistance right off the bat and look at where his GTR team is, and then we'll go because he can.
Oh God, mod.
I know.
Sorry, I just looked at his mods and went, no.
We'll get to that in a second. I'll let you do it. Resistance is fine. We're all 11, Gear 11 plus. He's got the Zetas he needs. It's Cavalry Resistance Trooper 11. You can put out a really good score with these. If you pick one like Trooper, you need to get BB-8 R2 and Resistance Trooper to 12. Or Cavalry. To really put out the damage, but you can do just fine with the team you have there. So Resistance is in a good spot. Let's look at, I think Bastila team for phase 2 would be great. You don't have Hermit Yoda, but you do have Jolie. If you can get him, well, no, you'll need to get him 7 stars. So
His Jolie is at 7-star or 6-star, so
right,
he's on his way.
He's on his way.
And he really needs Hermit Yoda, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
Hermit
that's
Yoda,
a priority.
I mean, Hermit Yoda would make like 4 teams work for the HSR almost.
Yeah, Hermit Yoda has to be a priority from Guild Event Store.
But I mean, he could run Bastila, Kenobi, Ezra, Grandmaster Yoda. I mean, a 5th.
He would have to run Barris, I think, is the
I
only...
think so.
He said, "Hi, I got Hermit Yoda." Is it not just showing up? Hold on, because it's not showing up on your GG.
He might have gotten him just. I mean, we just finished a TB, right?
Well, if it's unlocked, it doesn't matter, right? It needs to be 7 stars.
7 stars.
Yeah, but
let me double check though, because GG has had some issues. So let me go in game and go through his ally code just to double check here, because there have been some issues. We've seen some mischaracters here and there before.
Yeah.
So
we had
I'm not seeing it, but
stayed in our guild for a whole week, and I'm like, this guy is in another guild. How is he still showing up a week later? I couldn't believe it.
yeah, his Hermit Yoda just unlocked at 5 stars, so that's not going to help you for heroics.
The raid.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
have to go with
It's good that
Barris.
you got him unlocked, but you have to get him to 7
and it'll
stars.
help you in your arena, but it won't help you in the raid.
Yeah, Arena, you can go with Hermit Yoda and be fine. But for the Heroic Sith, I think running Barris until you get Hermit Yoda done is fine.
This is one of the few times. Where I would say go all in on Hermit Yoda, right? I mean, more than Wampa, for example.
You want Hermit Yoda all the way up. Wampa's nice, but I've always said
Wampa's nice, but this particular roster in general as well. I mean, we've got Hermit Yoda that could make his arena team.
Yeah, absolutely. With the Zeta, yeah, you'll be fine. So that's kind of where you should go with your Phase 2 team is the Jedi. You'll get a really good score there. You have the components. I just want to look at your troopers because we already know you've got the Rebels and stuff for Phase 3. But I just want to look at your troopers real quick, see how your Death Troopers looking.
He might have Rebels also for Phase 2. Because he has a Gear 11 Princess Leia. He has a Gear 11 Akbar, so he could be running Machine Gun Leia, yeah.
I kind of like Bass a little bit more, but yeah, you could do that if you want.
Well, he could run both, right? Because Phase 2 is one of the phases that people struggle on. Phase 1 is because they lack the Jedi training rays, right? So that's usually the hindrance with Phase 1. Phase 2 is because you're trying to skimp for damage to try and save as much as you can for Phase 4 because you don't know how much you're going to need in order to finish off that phase. Right. And so Phase 2 is one of those phases where people really hesitate to use their damage. And so the more reasonable squads that you have...
Revan broke that phase.
But I'm assuming, and I will check right now, I'm assuming his guild doesn't have any or very few Revans. So
well, it only takes 5, and the thing is done.
Yeah, I know. It only takes 5 rounded, but he's in a 127 mil GP guild, so they may not be spenders. Let me see how many they have. Let's see. Jedi Knight Revan. They have 1. They only have 39 out of 50 on GG, but out of those, only 1 of them has Revan. So, I mean, it'll help, but you would still need, you would still need to try and get some backup squads and stuff. So you have 2 squads here with the Bastila team and then the Machine Gun Leia. How's his Shore Trooper Ranger?
Gear 11, 7 star.
Okay, good. So Akbar, Princess Leia, General Kenobi, Shore Trooper, and then probably Thrawn is going to be your team for Phase 2 as a Machine Gun Leia team. And you have them all pretty well geared.
So yeah, he's got 2 solid teams for Phase 2 then. Night Sisters look great. No issues there. So he's good to go for Phase 4. He's good to go for Phase 3. He's good to go for Phase 1. And we've given you 2 teams for Phase 2. So more than great there. So really, now we got to get you a little bit more focused. So the teams that we're noticing, I mean, we need Hermit Yoda is a priority. But really looking at his Sith, looking at everything he has, it just pieces here and there. You know, he needs a Hermit Yoda, which he's unlocked. He can start using that for his arena team. I would go full Jedi. Start gearing up Hermit Yoda to 11. You need to get your Churret up to Gear 11. You want him for the Phase 3 team. Night Sisters are fine. You may go up a little bit of gear on R2BB8 and Resistance Trooper to get a better score in Phase 1. And you'll get uses out of those guys in other aspects of the game. Those are pieces that just, will help you in a lot of phases of the game.
he's saying that he's lacking focus a lot, right? And I'm looking at his roster.
We're focusing his monkey butt, you know. So the
Yeah,
thing,
so
the thing I'm going to
here's-
tell you right now is Hermit Yoda, Churret, Gear. If we're looking for, if you want to focus on a team, really, it's not so much a team; it's just individual pieces. Now, one team I did notice is your troopers are lacking gear. Really, this comes down to gear. I mean, we already know what your focus farm is. It's Hermit Yoda, the Old Republic. Great, right? But we're lacking in some of these teams that you want to need. It's just gear. And I'm not talking gear 12. I'm talking gear 11. So Churret, you know, Hermit Yoda. Those are two priorities for gear that you need to get. The Zeta on Hermit Yoda is important. But you know, you could focus in on like I mean, the way you do it, Decepticons, is you pick a squad and you get them to gear 11. Like if you want to go first order and go gear 11 on all of them and do the Zetas, fine, do it, and don't do anything else. You don't do anything else until they're done to gear 11. Then you go to the next team. All right, I want to do troopers now. All right, you pick your 5 troopers: Veer, Stark, Stet Trooper, Shore Trooper, Snow Trooper. I'm taking them to gear 11. And I'm going to put the Zeta on Veers. That's my next Zeta, and then I'm not going to stop. If you're working on Jedi, same thing. What are the 5 Jedi I'm going to work on? Well, I don't have Revan, so Basila, you know, Basila, Ezra, Hermit Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda, General Kenobi, and then you take them to gear 11. This is how you start rounding up your roster. Because gear 11 to 12 is a whole different ballgame. Because you need certain pieces that are very hard to get, and so it takes a little bit longer to get those pieces, right? That's how you focus in on. Now, in your case, you can do that with a team. However, you have other priorities, and your priorities is Hermit Yoda. Your priority is Churret for Phase 3 of the Heroic Sith. Those are 2 characters. Plus, you're farming the Old Republic. So focus in on that. Now, when you get those 2 done, then you start rounding up. Okay, which team do I want to work on? Any team that you have that is not gear 11, you focus on those 5 characters and you take them to 11. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. That is how you do it. Plain and simple. So, you know, if you want to get focused, that's how you focus in on something. And then when you have that team, now say you do troopers, now you have this wonderful team that you can use in so many different ways. And territory wars, and they're amazing in dark side territory battles. They are a must-have for dark side territory battles. That's how you do it. Plain simple.
All right. Grim is probably itching. Grim,
talk
about his mods.
Go ahead, Grim. Do it.
Oh, God.
Do it.
Just, oh, my God.
Grim, talk about his mods. Oh, God. What do you see with his mods?
Look at it.
Breathe, Grim. Breathe.
Yeah, his mods are very, very scattered.
Focus him.
So let's see.
Do what must be
So
done.
he's focused. I'm trying to run through just a couple of characters to see how he's been modding. And one of the things, let me go to his arena team. So his Bastila is equipped with 3 health sets. His Grandmaster Yoda has a speed and tenacity set. Yeah, you haven't paid much attention to your mods, and that's fine. Mods is not something that a lot of people are always happy with. So I'm understanding of what has been going on. Your mods are very, very scattered. Simply, if you go to your mods on GG and you go to filters and you filter by secondary speed, it'll list your speeds based on the secondary stat. And you can kind of see where your mods are on different characters. What you're looking for is that at least your first 3, if not 4 rows are pretty much all on your arena team. You start out with your Chewbacca, which is fine because you're using him right now. But then you proceed to have a mod on Asajj, Nihilus, Emperor Palpatine, R2, Enfys. Then you have one on Chewie again. I'm skipping the Arrow by Ahsoka, but
yeah, I was gonna say that's actually a pretty nice arrow on Ahsoka, by the way.
It is. Yeah, it is. But then you have another one on L3. Your mods are definitely very scattered. You also have some purple 4s, some purple 3s, and some blue 3s that could use some slicing up. I'm not seeing a lot of 6E mods, so that's good. That means you're not really spending a lot of time on it. The ones that you have done so far look like they've been on Thrawn. I would wait to go to 6E because you have sliced up some mods that are okay, but not great. So you might want to wait a little bit on 6Es for now. But yeah, we need to refocus your mods a little bit because they are very, very scattered right now. He says, honestly, I hate mods. I understand. Trust me. I'm a math person, so it works for me. But for me, it's so I love it. But I understand why other people don't. The one thing I'm noticing though is that there is a severe lack of focus with the mods, and the other part is you don't have a lot of speed secondaries. You have a few. You have in total about 13 double-digit speed secondaries, with the highest one being 14. So you're going to have a hard time getting really, really fast mod sets without a lot of speed sets above 14. You're looking for not necessarily God mod levels, which is above 20, but you're looking for those in that 18 to 16 range, as many as you can get in that range. And you have a lot that can slice up and hit that. So I think you should focus on slicing up your mods right now. I want to tell you to remod to get your arena team better, but the only thing is I don't know how much you're going to focus on slicing because you may need to remod very quickly afterwards. So I would say remod for your arena team. Leave it just for your arena team for now. You can, when you guys are first trying Heroic Sith Raid, you can maybe move around mod sets since you can save loadouts and do it that way until you slice up more mods, because after you slice up mods, you're going to have to basically remod everything. So I don't think you need to farm more speed mods, Decepticons. You have speed mods that are purples and blues that can slice up to high speed secondaries in gold. So I would start slicing your speed secondary mods. You actually have a lot of speed secondary mods. They're just purple and blue, so they're showing up lower in your list. Like your fastest one is a 14 speed that's on Grandmaster Yoda, and it's a purple. So that could potentially slice up to anywhere between 17 to 20. You have another one that's a blue mod that is on Grandmaster Yoda. It is 11 speed, and it's a blue. So that means you can potentially get anywhere from, I mean, it can obviously stay at 11 if you don't hit it, but if you hit it twice, it could go up to as little as 17 and as high as 23. So I would start focusing on those mods. You have a lot of mod potential here that can slice up. I don't think you have to farm speed sets. You have the mods. I think you just need to spend some time slicing. So, yeah, I mean, your mods are definitely a work in progress, and I mean, I can help you with remodding stuff if you need. I'm sure Grande can too. The only thing is you need to get some more. It is going to take some time to go through all of the mods.
Checking it twice. Finn's gonna find which mods are nice or nice. Hey, Santa Grande's coming to town. What the hell? What the? And Grande's getting a shipment. Listen, Grande's getting a shipment of cocaine right now as we speak from Colombia.
It's kind of a big deal.
Now, Grande, make sure we get 10.5 per kilo this time. This 8 crap you did pull last time, you really hurt our budget for the year.
Hey, the big deal has to take his cut, you know? All I'm saying.
Better not be undercutting me again,
There's a price you got to pay the piper.
Yeah, but it minimally try to get some more of your faster mods on your arena characters. If you're running your Jedi or if you're running Rebels, you'll want to make sure that you have that together. And you need to make sure you have a fast Yoda, which is good, but your Yoda can be faster. Looking at your mods, you should be able to put together a set faster than plus 84 speed. So I think you just have to focus on changing around some of your mods. I would put a speed set on your Bastila as well to get her to go fast. Your Kenobi is more on should be a little bit more on the tanky side than he is just purely on the speed. I mean, your Kenobi has plus 83 speed and your Bastila has less than that. So you might want to just switch around those mods, for example. Han Solo, you'll want to slow down for your Sith Raid. you'll actually want as little speed as you can on him because there is a timing that you need with the Chex Mix team. So your Han Solo is actually too fast. And a slow Han Solo actually can work really well in Arena as well because you're focusing so heavily on damage. He can wreck fools. So focusing more heavy on damage with Han Solo can be to your benefit as well. And I think your Chewie is actually fine. Like your Chewie has 102 speed without any speed set. You focus on an offense set and a health set. I don't really have an issue with your Chewie, but I would work on the other ones a little bit and remod temporarily until you can get some more slicing done.
Sure. All right. Anything else we need to look at? I think we've got a lot of things for him to focus in on. Mods, Hermit Yoda, all the characters, stuff like that.
He wants to look at ships also.
Oh, okay.
So we can take a look at his ships. And let's see what he has. Is he going to make me cry? No, he's not going to make me cry. It's our first roster in a little while that I see a 7-star Poe Dameron ship. I don't feel like crying now.
This roster looks pretty damn solid, in fact.
Yeah, his ships are pretty nice.
Yeah.
So
really
he's
good
running.
I can tell he's working on Houndstooth.
He's running Thrawn League with Biggs, TIE Advanced, and Imperial TIE in the starting lineup.
Okay.
So I'm okay with that as a starting lineup. His secondary ships would need to be something along the lines of Slave 1, which I'm assuming he has. I mentioned before I don't like Phantom in the reinforcements for this lineup because it throws off the timing of Thrawn's abilities. I'm just not a fan of that one. TIE Reaper is one I would put in there because it can help you change any fortunes with turn meter gains here and there. Poe Dameron, because he's kind of just an insta-kill, and then Sunfac. And you do have a 7-star Sunfac ship, but your Sunfac itself is only gear 8. So you'll want to work on your Sunfac a little bit so you can max out the ability on the ship so he gets that unresistible stun with his crew ability. I would focus more on that. Then you can find ways to implement Houndstooth. Houndstooth at 4-star can work. You may find him to be a little bit squishy, so it's just something to kind of caution there. But Houndstooth can very well be put into the lineup. Another potential ship that you can put in there is Wedge, but your Wedge is low geared, so it probably won't survive very well. So I think you have one of the better lineups with what you're able to, just a few little tweaks here and there, and I think you'll be better off in your fleet.
All right. I think we covered the whole gambit. Decepticons. If you have any more questions, especially with the mods, concerning mods, get with us. We'll help you out like we always do, homie. If you would like a roster review, all you need to do is copy your GG page and send it over to Dr. Finn Medicine Woman. Make sure he responds, and he will add you to the queue, and we will eventually get to your roster review. We always let you know a day or two in advance that we're going to be doing your roster review in case you want to watch it live while we do it, so you can ask questions and stuff. And with any roster review we do, you can ask us questions anytime afterwards in our Discord. And if you haven't joined our Discord, you should. Great community of folks that can help you with any Star Wars Galaxy if you have questions. All right, now it's time to get to the weird news of Monday. We do this every Monday. Finn sends me a bunch of crap, and I'm like, okay. All right, first one is Lost Wallet returned with an extra $40. Oh, that's a nice story. A South Dakota man who lost his wallet on a flight to Las Vegas said the missing object was returned him with a note and a bonus $40. Hunter Shamit said his wallet had $60 cash inside it, as well as a check for about $400 when he lost it on a Omaha-Denver Frontier Airlines flight he was taking en route to his sister's wedding in Las Vegas. He said the wallet's contents were boosted when it arrived in the mail about a week later with a letter. Hunter found this on the Frontier flight from Omaha to Denver, row 12, seat F, wedged between the seat and the wall. The note read, "Thought you might want it back. I rounded your cash up to an even $100 so you can celebrate having your wallet back. Have fun," the finder wrote. Shamat's mother, Jeannie, posted about the incident on Facebook, and the post eventually helped the family find Todd Brown, the mysterious man who returned the wallet. Well, that's a nice story, especially around the holidays. That's kind of cool. You know, if I had lost a wallet, Finn, you would have found it and put, like, pork crap in it.
Yeah, I would have put a little pork sticker. Here's to make your day happier.
With glitter and rhinestones?
No, glitter and rhinestones is only for Kyrian.
Okay.
I would have filled up his wallet. I love paying stuff forward, man. For real. I'm just telling you. It's always nice when you can make someone's day.
It is nice.
So let it be a lesson to you guys. If you lose your wallet, make sure Grande's around.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Just find Grande. Ooh, Grande! Whoops, I dropped my wallet.
Oh
by your
no!
feet.
I have lost my wallet in Grande's room somehow.
No, but I mean, like, if you
No, it is a nice story.
Like, just,
I don't know if I would have put money in the wallet. Honestly, I would have given the wallet back for sure, but I don't know if I would have put something. That's above and beyond. That was really nice.
All right,
you
teens.
ever found someone's cell phone and done that? I've done that.
No, I sold it.
Sold it.
Teens driver's license revoked in under an hour. Well, it sounds like Grande. A German police department shared the cautionary tale of a teenager whose driver's license was revoked just 49 minutes after it was issued. Police in the Merkenshire Kreis region said in a Facebook post that the 18-year-old was caught going 60 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone just 49 minutes after he passed his driver's exam was given a license. The post said the driver, who was apparently showing off for his young passengers, had his license revoked for 4 weeks and will have to attend training sessions before he can get it back. Some things hold for eternity, some not even an hour, the police wrote. The police said the team was also slapped with a $228 fine. Well, I mean, the moral of the story is don't give Grande a license. That's what I got out of it. So,
I thought that was initially going to be a story about dancing daughter.
Oh God, that's true. I forgot Mike's not here, so it didn't even register on my radar. Dancing.
I thought it was a dancing daughter story for sure.
Oh my God, that's so true. All right, next story here. Baking meets sculpting at National Gingerbread House competition. Culinary sculptors combine their talents with some holiday cheer for the 26th annual National Gingerbread House competition in North Carolina. The gingerbread creations on display Monday at the Omni Grove Park Inn in Asheville included ships, dragons, gnome scenes, mansions, and miniature bakeries. Judges picked winners for the 4 categories: child, youth, teen, and adult. The adult category was won by husband and wife team Michael and Julie Andricola, whose sculpture Gearing Up for Christmas featured working gears that were cut using lasers. Wow. All entries in the contest were required to be at least 75%.
Lasers.
Huh?
Lasers.
Lasers. All entries in the contest were required to be at least 75% gingerbread and 100% edible. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, congratulations to them.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, this holiday cheer. I'm loving it. All right, next one. Stray dog goes on a shoplifting spree at Turkish mall. Oh my God. A canine shoplifter was caught on camera at a Turkish shopping mall stealing from at least 3 businesses. Oh, very nice. The security cameras at the Viaport Shopping Center in Istanbul recorded the dog making off with a white t-shirt from a store inside the mall.
Merkin.
Oh my God. Another camera captured the dog taking a pink sweater from a store where a man attempted unsuccessfully to wrestle the garment from the canine thief's jaws. The dog was also recorded taking a shawl from a mall cafeteria. Mall officials said management covered the cost of the stolen items. They said a pack of stray dogs are known to live nearby, but they are friendly and don't normally cause problems. I mean, you know, getting gifts for the family for the holiday season. Dogs don't have money, so gotta do what you gotta do. I wonder if this is one of Grande's dogs doing this. Grande, did you send your dogs to Turkey?
It's a doggy dog world. That's all I gotta say.
And Grande's making a profit. All right.
Yeah.
Last story. Man uses airboat to run errands in the snow. Well, an Alaska man was caught on video by a neighbor outsmarting the recent snowfall by going to the store in his airboat. The filmer said they were watching TV at their home in Kotzebue when they heard a loud noise that sounded like a plane landing outside. The resident captured video of the sound's true cause. The neighbor using an airboat to glide across the surface of the freshly fallen snow. He was heading to the store in his airboat, the filmer wrote. I mean, that's smart. I mean,
yeah, that's intuitive right there.
I'm just surprised that somebody just has an airboat just kind of sitting there. I don't have an airboat. I want an airboat.
That's right. You're in Florida. You need an airboat, Finn.
Well,
I'm not in the
if you
Everglades.
live down in the Everglades or the Keys, you could probably use one.
Yeah, I'm not in the Everglades, so I don't need an airboat up here.
I mean, how are
But
you?
if there was snow, I'd be in the snow playing around like all day.
Oh yeah, we know you wouldn't. We would do the thing like, Finn, we're going to bury you up to your neck, and then Finn will be like, right, and we'll do it, and we'll leave him there. Like, guys, help me!
And make sure to do it when it's at low tide.
That's right. I don't think that'll work in the winter. Yeah, that might not work. All right, so those are all the weird news and stories for Monday. If you have any stories you come across, send them to Finn, and we'll use them in our little fun little Monday news stuff. All right, let's get back to the game, and we'll get to questions here.
Let's reintroduce Sanely Red.
No.
Yeah, I'm still here.
No. But I hope everybody
Stanley is sassy today. Holy crap.
He's being
Ranger, you have pissed off the soulless one. You better be careful.
I'm not worried. My ginger powers are stronger than his.
You're just a daywalker. That's like half ginger.
I've got the powers of humanity and the ginger. That makes me like Blade.
And the power of Grayskull.
And I'm just saying.
Yeah, and you can actually go outside during the day.
See?
That just means Stanley has to stalk you at night. That's all that means.
Oh, well, yeah.
Paul Morgan, question, where should I put my Gear 12 Plus Palp Ventress 1000 CLS?
Wait, Gear 12 Plus or Gear 12?
Gear 12 Plus.
I would say CLS because he probably benefits the most from speed. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll say CLS because he benefits the most from speed.
Mr. Pennypinch, question for panel. How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was good.
Gluttonous.
Yeah. I think everybody had a good Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. There was definitely a lot of splurging on turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Harriman, question, went from Palpatine lead to Bastila lead in Arena pre-Revan. Now I'm about to unlock Traya. Should I work on gearing Traya led team, Fallen Bastila Sith Trooper, or something else?
Traya Fallen Bastila is the team that you'll want to run on offense. I would so just because Revan can beat Traya teams doesn't mean that Traya teams are not good. So do work on your Traya. You should still double Zeta her as soon as she is up and get her to gear 11. That is still a really, really good character despite Revan. Now, for the purposes of Arena, you'll probably want Fallen Bastila as your 5th when you're climbing on offense. Now, there is some nuances with the modding, so it's just not putting her in and getting it done, right? You have to make sure that the mod timing is correct. But assuming that you get all the mods and everything together, after Bastila on offense, you'll probably want either Sith Trooper or Enfys on defense. So it's just based on whatever you have. But I wouldn't leave Fallen Bastila on defense. She just doesn't hold up very well.
Old Jazz, question regarding territory wars. My guild is at 65 million GP with a good mix of seasoned players and dedicated newcomers. What are your thoughts on splitting the guild into assigned roles for offense and defense?
It's up to your guild. There's nothing wrong with that strategy.
No.
And keeping your stronger players on defense because their teams are going to be a little bit harder to... I don't know what the distribution is of your GPs, but keeping the stronger teams on defense is a good idea if you want to do it that way. But you also want to make sure that you judge the activity of the players. So you don't want to put people on defense or put people on offense if they don't have the time to attack kind of frequently. Because remember, you're going through different zones, and different zones can show different teams. And so you'll need people to be checking in regularly. So if you have someone that only maybe checks in once during the territory war, and it's either at the end or the beginning or something, try to give them more defense and offense. But nothing wrong with splitting. That's definitely a strategy.
Sorry for interrupting, but totally off topic. I'm sitting here and I start hearing the theme song for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You know, the Gene Wilder one.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Sorry. That's a freaking awesome movie, man.
It is a great movie. Which one? Which you mean the Pure Imagination?
Yeah.
So So you know the little kid, Charles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is my wife's mom and dad's neighbor. I'm not even kidding you. He's a veterinarian, and he's my wife's parents' neighbor.
Oh, very nice. Come
Wow.
with me and you'll see.
I believe it.
No. I didn't even know. I just was like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. And I just kept going. And then we got back home, and they're like, did you recognize him? Did you recognize him? Did you know who that was? And I was like, it's like some dude that lives next door. And they're like, no, but did you recognize him? And I'm like, recognize who? And they're like, it's Charlie from Willy Wonka. And I'm like, no. And they're like, yeah. Anyway, that's my story about Willy Wonka. And
That's how big a deal Grande is. He couldn't recognize Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but when he went home, he told his friends that he saw Grande Patron.
No.
I cannot tell you how many times this has happened. Did you know that I've also yelled and cussed at a Grammy award-winning singer? I mean, like a really. And someone's like, "Do you know who that was?" And I'm like, "I don't know. That lady tore down my plastic, and she's gonna get yelled at because she tore down my plastic." And they're like, yeah, that was so and so." And I was like, "Who's that?" "I'm Grande Freaky Patron." And they're like, she's on like 17 commercials right now, and and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you know what? It wasn't Willie Nelson, and so as long as it wasn't Willie Nelson, I don't know who that is. It's Chuck. There's two celebrities in my life: Willie Nelson and Chuck Norris. If it's not Willie Nelson, and David Hasselhoff. If it's not Chuck Norris or Willie Nelson or David Hasselhoff or Val Bacon. Or Tony Danza.
I would say those two about to feel left out if you didn't mention them.
or Scrooge McDougal. It's just,
You actually said, oh my God, Grande, you actually said Tony Danza. You actually got it wrong when you were trying to. God damn it! You actually got it right when you were trying to get it wrong.
Well, whatever. It's Tony Ted. To his friends call him Ted. So his friends call him Ted.
God, please, next question, Sanely.
Question: if you have all 10 Resistance characters Gear 12, what's the best way to split them into 2 squads for territory wars? Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
The old friend card, eh?
The old friend, huh?
Well, your friend, what should he do, Grande, for a friend? For a friend. Just
all right.
For a friend.
JTR, BB-8, R2, and Holdo, and Scav Ray.
I agree. That's the team I use.
This is the TW team. This is the raid team. In TW, you could kind of mix and match a little bit, and the reason why you have to mix and match a little bit is because you might be trying to put more droids with that team to get that team to go fast, to get BB-8 to go faster, right? Because you get TM generation. Now, you could also potentially put another character that does like AoE expose because you're trying to get turn meter. The same thing is true for the Finn team. The Finn team is going to be the other way around. The Finn team is going to be Finn lead, Poe Dameron, Resistance pilot, Resistance trooper, and Rose Tico. Now, potentially you could throw in a fifth sometimes because you're trying to get that exposed train running there as well. So, 2 different ways to think about it.
Mr. Pennyfinch, question for Sammy Red. Is it safe to say that you're the redheaded stepchild of RSG? Well, that goes without question. Of course.
Well, I mean, are you an actual stepchild?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
That's science.
Michael J. Question: why didn't Ranger get Revan?
That's easy. Hashtag I blame Finn. What? That's not
why didn't I get Revan?
I'm going to tell you exactly why he didn't get Revan. He didn't get Revan because he just didn't work hard enough.
Yeah,
that's the reason.
That's exactly the reason why. And by working hard, paying $300-400 to get him.
No, it's because the real Revan hasn't been released into the game yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a fake Revan.
Yeah, it's very much a fake Revan.
With the real Revan, please stand up. Please stand up. Oh, God. That was a troll question. Go ahead. Next question.
Ski Trooper question: what are some modding targets for 3-star Hot Topic Bastila for a tanky Treya team? I'm at 19,000 health, 35,000 protection, 231 speed, and 92% potency. Where do I need to improve?
So it's basically speed and potency on that team. You basically mod Dark Side Fallen Bastila the same as you mod Light Side Fallen Bastila. So it's like speed and potency. Now, it depends on what you're fighting against a little bit. I'm going to tell you, you still need to be able to, you got to be able to protect her, which means you've got to get off Scion getting Hell by Hatred and getting his taunts going. If you don't get Hell by Hatred and you don't get your taunts going, they're going to target the weakest tune and she's going to go bye-bye. It also depends on what else you're running on that team. Are you running Thrawn on that team? Are you running Palpatine on that team? Who are you running as leader? And who are you running like who you're going against and who you're running it with. That matters as well. And it only works on offense, really. I'm with Finity. The team is relatively easy to tear apart on defense. And the reason why is because on defense, the player doesn't always target Treya first. And even when the player targets Treya, Revan can still go off of his own mark and go kill her. I would like to qualify a weird answer, but hopefully that gave you some help.
Mm-hmm. Verga Grande Chingon question: what's Grande's seat and flight number for the Disney run?
What's my seat and flight number for this? I haven't bought my tickets yet because I'm going to use my points. Why? Do you want to go? Do you want to be my plus one?
He's already the Verga Grande Chingon. I mean, he's already there, Grande.
Yep.
I think
Grande Verga Chingo. Chingon in Mexico!
Oh, God. Next question.
1L73 question: does anyone else think that the stun gun crunch is getting tougher than the Omega crunch? I'm with you there. I like every single character. I get stuck on the stun gun.
I've also noticed less stun guns in the Guild event store and the salvage store lately.
I don't know. You know,
it may be RNG, but I've just noticed I haven't been getting them.
I'm going to tell you right now. I basically hard farm stun guns all the time. That's like what I do is hard farm those. So at that time, every time I got a card ready, it goes with it. And yes, stun guns are much more of a barrier to entry than almost anything else. I am 7 characters away from having every character Omega'd in the entire game. I am nowhere near close to having every character having all their freaking stun guns on.
Darth Hideous question for the panel: how did the double drops treat you, and what did you use them on?
Old Republic, and they were very nice.
I went with Sing, Lando's Falcon, Sith Fighter, Houndstooth, and Embo.
The main ones I worked on was Hera's and missions, and like the phrase from Spaceballs, I didn't find shit. I got like 4 shards from each of them out of like 400 energy.
That sucks, man. Well, I'm done farming everything from Cantina. So I use it. I use it on Crew and his ship. I went hog wild on mod slicing because that freaking stuff dropped like cray. I finished up, and then I almost finished up in Imbo, and I just farmed gear from the fleet energy, and it was awesome.
Billy Gunn, question, will we get an OT legendary this week?
Probably not this week. We'll probably get information maybe this week, but I don't think we're actually going to get it this week.
Yeah, you probably got, what, half of them? We already know the schedule, too, for this month, right? So we already know where all the holes are at. You're looking at, we dropped the new schedule. When they drop the new schedule, you'll see where the holes are at. You know you can plug in every other hole with like a credit heist or a freaking droid heist. And then if you see some big holes like on a Thursday or on a Friday, you can pretty much be guaranteed that we could see something there. Something is coming for Christmas.
Have we figured out why Kenobi was the character of the month, though? I still haven't figured out why he's the character of the month. Like, nothing they've done have really...
Why was Night Sister Spirit the login character of the month last month?
Halloween, pretty much.
Yeah. So I'm just telling you, we're stretching a little bit with saying every login character is actually needed.
Typically they have been.
Typically it's been a mild nod towards something, right? But I'm going to tell you, they could put any character they want as a login character of the month, and somebody could find a way to tinfoil hat connect the dots. So
I guess maybe Kenobi was because of Clone Wars, but I don't know. I'm just curious if there is anything left this month that they.
I'm sure it's Clone Wars. I'm sure it's Clone Wars.
It's maybe it'll be the General Grievous and clones rework.
There's no way we're getting a General Grievous and clones rework.
We're not getting General Grievous for sure.
Dead on arrival. Dead on arrival.
1070.
The Road Ahead post. The Road Ahead post said original trilogy, and the Road Ahead post said KOTOR. Excuse me for interrupting you, Sandy. I'm sorry.
1073 question: when can we enjoy the ginger breakdancing fight between Ranger and Sanley?
Never.
I just want to know which one of these two devils wears Prada. That's what I want to know.
Next question.
Michael House, question: what are the two best teams to run in Phase 2 of the Sith Raid without JTR?
Machine Gun Leia, Wampa, and Jedi, yeah.
The best team to run in Phase 2 without JTR is Revan.
It's Jedi Knight Revan. Excuse me.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's either Bastila, or it's Wampa, or it's the Machine Gun Leia. One of those three teams.
No, or a Palpatine team with Traya.
Well, okay. That's fair. I'm assuming no Traya, but
actually, Bosk Lead doesn't do bad either with bounty hunters.
That's like a 1% team, though, right?
I can usually do 1 million with it.
Okay.
So.
1073 question: when will we get to see the picture of Grande and his crew? Ted Danza, Willie Nelson, Chuck Norris, and Val Bacon.
Oh, that's a good point.
Soon, TM. And by the way, what else? You're already a member of that crew. You're affiliated with the big deal himself. So there you go.
Dylar's Twi'lek Tactics question: is it worth it to take a crit avoidance arrow on Traya to 6E?
Yep. As soon as my Traya hits 7-star after the next Sith raid mission, I have all the maps ready to go to move her crit avoidance arrow up.
Dude, crit avoidance is where it's at if you don't have Revan.
Helenex, question for the huge deal. How does one become as big a deal as you, almighty Grande Pappy Patrol? I'm not asking for myself. I'm totally asking for a friend.
Oh, for a friend. Okay.
Let me tell you, every person that is listening and commented and asked a question and likes this video, you are one step closer to being a big deal. Everybody that's on the show. It just, by commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, by being part of the RSG family, you vicariously have promoted yourself.
How many more questions, Stanley?
We got 3 more.
Okay.
Looking forward to getting the big deal title in game. Adam M. Question, is everyone working on their titles? I have the Sith Agent title, and I'm working on Boba Fett.
I have the Jedi Knight, and I'm working on the Jedi Master slowly.
Well, I mean, the titles thing, that's like it's like a side project to a side project. I mean, I don't know how to say it really. It's I mean,
it's a vanity. It's a vanity play in the game. It's like the first real vanity thing that they've done in the game. Same thing with the titles and the whole quest thing. They're all just vanity items. We didn't typically have that in this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a fun thing to do. But yeah, don't be worried about them, guys. They're not gonna be anything. I mean, I do them because it's just something fun, right? I mean, it's fun to try to play with. I mean, my GW right now, I'm running Dooku lead, right, on auto for the sole purpose of actually getting Dooku to kill someone. I mean, they're fun, right? It lets you kind of play around with different teams, but don't obsess over it. It's not a great way for you to get a daily accrual of crystals. If it doesn't give you crystals or gear on a routine or semi-routine basis, it's pretty much not necessary.
1L73 question, can CG Carrie's Pool Boy ask her to make stun guns the character of the month for December?
Oh.
That would be epic, dude. What's the character? Stun guns.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Stun guns are the character of the month. We should do that. We should totally get like gear of the month. This month, it's Carvantes. Next, it's hypo syringes. We should totally do that. I would take that almost over a freaking character, man. For reals.
For reals?
For reals.
Decepticons. Question, is there a D&D stream this week? Really enjoyed the last stream you did. P.S. Ranger, you looking forward to the Geonosis update on Battlefront 2?
I am, and there will be a D&D stream this week. It's going to be a very long stream. We did some stuff offline, which I will spend hours with these guys doing some stuff with their characters after the events of the last stream, and we will get you guys all caught up on all of the stuff that we've been working on. And yeah, absolutely. So both of those things, I will be doing some more Battlefront when Geonosis comes out, just because I really want to play that map. Kenobi's coming in, so there'll be some Battlefront streams. Not today. No. But yeah, we will definitely do that. So look forward to it.
Yeah, this weekend's D&D stream is going to be awesome.
No thanks to Finn.
Hey, my character's going to have a lot of fun things to do.
Well, wait a second. Didn't Finn's character die yesterday?
Yeah, he did. I'm sorry.
Something
Yours
about
died
taking
like
necrotic
800
damage
times.
to the face.
Yours died quite a lot too.
Yours had died repeatedly, and I brought you back.
I was
wouldn't be
reincarnated.
Yeah, by me. Always there to save you. That's our dynamic.
Yeah, the whole point of this conversation is, make sure to show up for the D&D stream this weekend. It is going to be fun.
We're also going to have some participation stuff. That was the last question, right, Stanley?
We had 3 more pop up.
Right, let's go through them.
Let's go through them quickly.
Eric Estrella, question for Ranger. Are you planning on buying the Bastille of Fallen pack?
I was pretty much told by the community, don't do it. Because I left it up to the community, and basically the feedback was, don't do it. And I was like, okay, I won't do it. Because I would offer, did you guys want me to get it? And basically the community was like, nope. And I'm like, okay.
Hermit Fulgrim, question, the damage of my Grandmaster Yoda with a crit damage triangle is higher on average than when I switch to an offense triangle. Special damage, 5,734. How high do I have to push my damage to outweigh the damage from offense triangle under Bastille lead, if that helps?
It's not a matter of the offense, it's a matter of your crit chance. You need your crit chance above 60%. Above 60%, crit damage is better. Below 60%, offense is better. That's pretty much what it is. It's the stat itself. It doesn't matter.
A long time ago, Infinity, you made a was it you? I think it was Spectre. Remember Spectre back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
He made a whole post on offense versus crit chance versus crit damage. And there are tons and tons, and you have to take the leader into account.
Well,
and you have to take other characters. You have to take other characters.
The problem is that's all changed. So they changed the way the mod sets work and the bonuses on your mods and everything. So it used to be that it was 40%. You would compare 40% as the cutoff. And I had run those calculations too. Spectre did too, and I know Spectre made a post at that time. 40% was the cutoff, where if you were above 40%, critical damage was better. Below 40%, offense was better. Crit chance was never the best triangle unless you had a specific need for like 100% crit chance.
Which is true. There's about 6 or 8 characters in the game that need it.
Yes. And then the crit chance also needed to take into account any leader abilities, any buffs you would get, like if Leia was putting crit chance up, stuff like that. You would have to include, but above 40% on average, crit damage was better. This time, I haven't had the chance to sit down at all to do the math. But I think it was Skeltrix that put together a video that showed that, and the number he came up to was 60%. So if your crit chance is above 60% now with the buffs, then crit damage is better. If your crit chance is below 60%, then offense is better. Either way, you want to try and max out your special damage, but there's a lot more considerations into it now because of the way mods are being leveled and how they scale and some of the percentages changing. Like there's been a lot different than when those old posts have been shown. So if you see 40%, chances are you're looking at an old post. The newer ones are, from all the numbers I've seen, I think 60% is correct based on what I saw from Skeltrix, but I've seen anywhere between 50 to 60%. So if you see that,
the reason why is because we've effectively gotten a 20% boost on all offense stats.
Yep,
that's the reason why.
Mm-hmm. So now you need a higher crit chance in order to justify it versus previously. So
now, but here's part of the reason why that works under Revan. If you read Revan's leader, he gives crit chance to everyone, just like 10%, just straight off the bat. So it makes it easier. That's the reason why we tell you to mod differently based on who the leader is and based on the other characters, because all of that stuff matters. You know, like, for instance, if you ran GMY and you ran him with R2, well, R2 shares with Galactic Republic allies. GMY is a Galactic Republic ally. So it changes.
Don't forget Bastila also. Her rally gives up crit chance up too. So, I mean, it really depends on your composition. So you can get crit chance in a lot of different ways. So crit damage in general with the Revan teams will tend to serve you better because there are a lot of opportunities for crit chance up depending on the team you're running. But you have to make sure that you know what your team composition is and how they work together.
Okay, last question. Ziglet. Question, should we read into the fact that there are no events Wednesday?
Yes, the game's ending.
No, they know that I'm going to be doing a live stream on RSG on Wednesday, so that's why they rescheduled the events.
They know.
Yeah, you want to talk about that, Stanley, and then we'll get into the ACS stuff.
Sure. On Wednesday, I'm going to be streaming Hitman 2. Like at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be going after the elusive target, Sean Bean, also known as the Undying in the game. So that should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing that.
Make sure you use Ted Danson.
Oh.
God, you messed it up too. Why are you saying the correct name, Grim?
Because it's working. It's making Finn mad.
Here I am looking forward to a Ted Danza reference, and instead I get Tony Danza from Grande, and I get Ted Danson from you. All I want is a Ted Danza to make my life simple. But no, we got to keep on getting the correct names. Damn it.
Ted Danza.
Okay, I need to calm down. Ranger, I think we need to play Kyrie.
But I don't have it ready.
You should get it ready.
But it's not ready.
You know you want to hear it again.
Okay, let me give me a second. I'm done. Pull it up.
So, if you missed it at the beginning, we are again doing a fundraiser with the American Cancer Society. We're trying to raise money for them. Our goal this year is $15,000, so that's above what we managed to get last year with your guys' help. So, what we are doing is we have a bunch of different challenges and polls and rewards. Some of the rewards that you guys might be interested in, we have our official wristband now made for the RSG campaign. So if you guys go to our Tiltify page, and the link is in the description, get yourselves one of the RSG wristbands right now. We do only have a total of 200. So whoever, once we get that, we're pretty much done with the wristbands. And it says hashtag #StewStrong on it. It also says Reality Skewed Gamers 2019 and has the American Cancer Society and the RSG logos on it. Again, all the money goes to the American Cancer Society. So to support Stu and Stu Strong, go to the Tiltify page, go to the rewards, and get the official RSG Stu Strong campaign wristbands. Additionally, we have a challenge based on a request from one of our youngest viewers.
All right, let me play it. Oh wait, the new one, right?
Yeah.
Kyrie, do you have a message for the RSG listeners?
Yeah. Donate to Finn so he can wear a silver wig with sparkles and rhinestones, and he can play cowboy cats, and he can dress up his porks. Thank you.
I mean, how can you say?
How can you say no to that? So that means we need to fill my challenge. So there is a link in the YouTube video where you can donate to me wearing a silver wig with glitter and rhinestones that I will wear to the American Cancer Society dinner that we have planned for the Friday before the run. And so you can go to the Tiltify page and go under challenges. You will see it there. But also, if you go to the link directly, it'll take you straight to the challenge page for that. And so if we raise $1,000, I will be able to wear that wig with glitter and rhinestones to the dinner to the American Cancer Society. And how can you say no to that? Seriously.
I mean, how do you? I mean,
Hey, Finity, is it?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be good? Like, is it gonna be like a weave, or is it
So-
gonna be like?
So I can give more details about that. So Halloween is like the perfect time to like buy some of this stuff. So I
Yeah.
did buy the white haired wig. It's like a whitish silverish wig. I bought that during Halloween because they were on sale and everything. So I was okay. So I trust in the community to make me embarrass myself fully. So
Excellent.
I have that. Now when
So-
we go there, McVenom has agreed to style my hair. So she will cut the wig and she will do whatever she wants. She will prepare my hair for said dinner. And I'm sure we'll have pictures and videos and stuff of me getting my
So she's gonna
wig
make you look
trimmed
pretty.
and my hair
She's
did.
gonna make you look pretty. Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
So McVenom will be in charge of that. So there you go.
She'll make you look fabulous.
Yes, she will. Yeah, but it's for Kyrie. How can I say no?
you
So if
can't.
you guys can, and you guys want to see me embarrass myself, go to the Tiltify page and donate to that challenge. Yeah. And Rose Tico is still very much far ahead. All right. I think that's enough. I think we can end it.
Sure, friend.
Yeah,
Do
we
a
can.
little bit more. Do a little bit more.
Yeah, we can end it.
All right, so if you're watching this, you're watching the RSG channel. We do this Monday through Friday. From 12 to 1 p.m. We usually get done a little bit afterwards, but that's fine. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because we do a lot of live streaming. And if you want to know when we're live streaming, the best way to do that is to hit that subscribe button, and you get notifications when we're doing all our live streams, with not just this game, but all the other games that we're doing. We have our Patreon set up if you'd like to support us and putting out more content. We have the Patreon. We also have the YouTube sponsorship. You can do Super Chat. You can donate directly to us on our homepage of YouTube. So we got all kinds of stuff going on. And And we have the Wednesday show coming up. We'll have Jedi Academy going on. We got a lot of stuff going on this week. So we're going to have a busy back to work schedule going on. So we will bring you as much entertainment as we can. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for all stopping in. We really appreciate everybody's love and support. We're going to keep streaming if you guys keep supporting us. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you for stopping in. Have a great rest of your day. And we will holler at you later. Peace.